So we didn't get bolt lock there. That might have been, well, the soft load in our heavier FX9 buffer setup. But anyways, what you just witnessed was utilization of this. This is the pistol storage device. It's not a brace, it's not a stock. So think about that the next time you're worried about braces being illegal or having to get an SBR to put a stock on it. This is neither. So shouldering it would have to be expressly forbidden. Regardless, what you saw there is that this provides means for storing an extra magazine or two, depending on the caliber and setup. We'll take a look next, coming up on GBGuns. So my first exposure to this came on the Primary Weapon Systems PCC-9 pistol. Beautiful, beautiful gun. And I was really curious about this, thought it was a neat concept, and so contacted Pistol Storage Device to learn about really what the intent is here and what the capabilities are. And it's really rather interesting, a bit more than you would expect. So the intent is to be able to store a spare mag in the back end of your stock. Sorry, it's a little awkward at this angle to pull out. But it's not a stock, and that was one thing that I found really interesting. The guys that created this really did their homework. This is not a stock, and this is not a brace. This is a pistol storage device with its own classification, which means should braced pistols ever become taboo again, this is exempt. And the intent was for law enforcement folks and the like who need a compact setup, like this is my foldy gun with the Dolos barrel system that comes off, and then the Law tactical folder in the back. You're obviously trying to pack more firepower into a more compact space. And what this does is allows you to have an extra mag on hand. Now it does look a little strange with an AR mag. I would think maybe a 20 rounder would be ideal back here. But let's say you were trying to really save space and weren't able to have a mag in the gun, depending on whatever your storage conditions are. This is a way to have one there ready that's attached to the gun so that when you reach in and grab the gun, everything is right there, ready to go. Yank out of here, shove it in the mag. It also, in the case of a Law Tactical, gives you a nice big platform to be able to smack, to flip this around and get the gun in action. It holds more than just what you saw, the Glock mag and the AR mag, and I'll show you next how this all goes together and what you can do with it. So we've got the packaging here. You can see it's somewhat G.I. Joe themed. Nothing stock about it, I think is a clever catch line. And you might notice that it's pictured here running various different types of magazines, and that's because you are able to adjust your tension and location of these screws depending on the size of the magazine, which is pretty brilliant. The thing comes rather simply constructed. So you've got this sleeve, which is the main bit that can fit over both mil-spec and commercial tubes, which is pretty cool. The spine that goes through the end of it and serves as a cap. Sorry about the plastic noise, I know that's terrible on a microphone. And your two panels, your hardware, rubber tube, and some Loctite, which really, when you look at it, is not the same presentation that you get in a lot of similar fancy aftermarket products for ARs, but you know what, it does its job, and the brilliance is in the simplicity. As you'll see in the instructions, which are nice, bright color, very easy to follow. You can see whether you put the wings inside or outside, depending on your tube diameter, what tools are needed. And they've got a QR code to get the ATF letter. That's for anybody who runs into any issues with people saying, oh, it's a stock, or oh, it's a brace, when really it's neither. And then you've got your screw locations depending on the magazine design and shape you want to use. So it's really versatile. I think very fairly priced, and a very, well, rather ingenious way to add more capacity to your stash away gun, your truck gun, carry gun, or law enforcement that are trying to carry AR pistols or folding ARs on motorcycles, things like that. Very simple with just line up the holes and get the screws going through. We'll say the one bit of extra work is this tubing, which is just basic rubber tubing. That's what goes over the screws here to serve as a spacer and also provide a little bit of friction. You do have to cut, but I mean, come on guys, it's not that hard. And as far as quickness, I think you'll see in some slow motion footage that we have from reviewing that primary weapon systems gun, it's quick. Is it better than drawing from a belt? Well, that's up to you, and that's up to your level of training and how much time you're spending learning either platform. But you don't always have a belt on. In fact, a lot of folks don't carry a spare mag pouch at all, especially if it's a grab and go situation type gun like what these are intended for. Chances are you're not in full kit ready to rock. You're grabbing something as a oh crap spur of the moment thing from storage, looking for more firepower, and the pistol storage device really is a smart way to be able to provide more firepower. These guys are pretty easy to find. I can't put links in YouTube anymore, but if you look up pistol storage device, you can find their site, and pricing is pretty darn fair, especially for that wonderful ability to be exempt from stock versus brace, SBR versus braced pistol type things, because like I said, it's neither. It's a pistol storage device. It's a third category altogether, and these guys have ownership of it. So that's it. Simple, quick video. Just wanted to show you this and go a little more in depth into what this device was that some of you saw on the primary weapon systems video. And I've got one equipped on my foldy gun because it just makes sense. It helps conserve space. It helps keep a spare magazine there. I will go to a 20 rounder for my actual loadout. I think the 30 rounder is a bit long, but you know, this also provides extra stability if you're going to be using the storage device as a stabilizer. Want to hear your thoughts on this down below? Thanks for watching.